Well, hello guys. So today we're going to be doing a video on supplements and what are the different supplements that I would take or I recommend that you guys could take, different things that you guys, because there's a lot of different information out there on the different types of supplements that you guys could be taking and different types of supplements you want to be taking, which ones are good for you, which ones are bad for you, which ones are harmful. In general, I want to preface before I start the video, you don't really need any supplements if you want to see gains because my whole journey really I haven't had any supplements pretty much. So it's just been pretty much natural 100% no supplements, only protein powder in the past, and now I don't even take protein powder, or so I haven't taken anything. But I've done my research and I'm pretty confident in what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna preface that, and also I'm gonna preface that I'm not a doctor. So I mean, I have a good idea on what I'm talking about through the research, but I'm not a doctor, so do what you will with the information I give you. I don't want to get in trouble. But like I was saying, so first supplement that I recommend, most recommended out of all the supplements, and I'm probably gonna recommend here, is protein, whey protein. There's casein and there's whey. Casein lasts less time in the bloodstream, so like you get less amino acids. The flow is less steady. So I'd recommend whey over casein. Casein isn't a bad form of protein. Casein gives you a big boost of protein all at once. But from what I've read in the literature I've read, whey protein has been proven to be a more steady source of amino acids and supports greater muscle growth, greater function overall. So I'd recommend whey protein over casein. Although casein's also good supplement. If you can't get whey, get casein. But protein powder is the first thing I could recommend because then you could use it also when you're cooking. Like when I'm cooking, I could make I've made like waffles that are protein waffles, and then you can make protein. You can make protein ice cream. You can make protein cookies. You can make protein everything, and it tastes good, and it's typically low calorie. So I highly recommend that you get yourself some whey protein powder because it's good for you, and you should have it if you can't fill out your regular protein throughout your diet. But I eat so much protein anyways, so I don't really need that matter. So I have some, but I haven't been taking it lately because I've just been eating so much protein. Like I just eat pounds of meat every day. Um, but yeah, so the next supplement I'd recommend is creatine. Creatine monohydrate. There's a lot of different forms of creatine out there. Monohydrate's the cheapest and the most effective. There's a few other ones. There's other ones that I'm thinking of right now that was just as effective as monohydrate, but it costs a whole bunch. Whatever you do, just get creatine monohydrate. Don't get it from any other source. Don't get any other sort of creatine. You just get creatine monohydrate. It's been proven to increase muscle growth up to 30% speed wise. So if it takes you, let's say, a year to gain 10 pounds of muscle, now you'll gain it in 8 months. That's how it works. It just speeds up your process. So it's good. Plus, it builds an extra 3 pounds, 2 pounds of muscle the first month you take it on average. So you could make even more theoretically, or you can make less. Uh, and there's, I think, about 20% of people who have no effect, 10-20% of people have no effect of it on until when they start taking creatine, their creatine levels are already high enough. Although this is the minority, so I highly recommend that you go and get yourself a little bit of creatine powder to just supplement. You can get creatine gummies too. They sell creatine gummies that you can eat. Whatever floats your boat. Doesn't really matter. Just take some creatine. You could do it in stages. There's a loading stage where you could do it super fast and you take like 10 grams, and then like 2 weeks you're all loaded. Or you could do a regular dosage of like 5 grams for like a month, and then you'll get loaded up on creatine. Your muscles will be saturated in a month. I recommend you go for a slower dose around 5 grams. And also, these are just like estimate numbers. I don't know if you're like a woman who weighs 100 pounds, maybe 5 grams is too much for you. So I'd go and make sure you get your good dosage for you. Don't don't just go off exactly the numbers I'm saying. I'm just giving you a relatively safe number. And then afterwards, you need a really small dose to just maintain it. So I'd say you could go back if you take a 10 milligram dose, and you're not milligram, 10 gram dose, and you're going for to load up, then you could drop it back down to or just drop it down to a 5 gram dose, and you'll be okay. And save you money. You're not wasting money eating creatine. And it's like I said in the other video, some of these things with protein and with creatine, if you have too many building blocks in the construction site, your body with all of its little construction workers can't work. You're just putting too much stuff there, and you're blocking the path, and it doesn't do anything. So take proper dosages with all the supplements that I'm recommending here. Another supplement that's been well researched that I find to be extremely, compelling in the research is nicotinamide mononucleotide, and the other one was nicotinamide riboside. The short version of the first one is NMN, but they're both pretty much the same thing because they both raise NAD levels. NAD levels decrease naturally with age, and if you have a good dose of NAD levels, it increases. You get NAD from both supplements. Research the supplements. You'll find it easier if you write NMN for nicotinamide mononucleotide, or you could put just nicotinamide riboside. You'll find it online. It's pretty good for you. Like I said, increases NAD levels. NAD levels decrease naturally with age. If you're younger, it's also good for you because in a little higher dosages, let's say for a 180-pound person, like 800 grams would be pretty good dosage, and that would give you relatively high NAD levels. And they've been proven to help with muscle growth, a small portion, because they give you increased cardiovascular endurance and health. And if you can run faster, move faster, have more energy, what it does is just general that it just gives you more energy. Imagine you could run before a mile, now you can run a mile and a fifth. 20% boost, I say, in cardio, or like 10% boost in cardio. It's not a huge difference. None of these supplements are going to be like taking steroids, but I highly recommend, every little piece counts. And if you're doing every little bit, you're working as hard as you can. If anything, it'll just increase the rate you grow. Same thing with creatine. It'll increase the rate of progress. You got more endurance, more strength, more power. It's the same reason people take pre-workout. Increase the amount of force you can put into your training to get better results from your training, so you grow more. You're not going to be the Hulk by taking any of these supplements, but it will help out a lot. And there's been a lot of other supplements recommended out there that people say that you should take, that you shouldn't take. Another supplement that I think pretty much everybody else takes is caffeine. Caffeine is a very good supplement. You get it a lot of different ways. I take it from like my shot of espresso in the morning. One thing that I wanted to say is that research has recently shown that if you take it right away, when you first wake up, its effects are like severely reduced. You don't really get the same feeling of energy rolling into you. So what I recommend is that you take it at least an hour after you wake up. So what I do is that I work the whole morning, like my first 2.5 hour period. I showed that you guys watched my morning routine video. And then after I do my first break, when I do my first break, is when I take my coffee. Take a quick shot of espresso. You don't want to overdo it with coffee too, because coffee has been shown to give you it gives you anxiety in high doses. It can ruin your sleep. It can be really bad. And you want to take it many hours before you go to sleep and an hour after you wake up. So you have to find the right time to take it. Take a good dose, not too much, and it should give you energy for about 4 hours. Typically, that's how long it lasts in the system. You have a fading effect, some people up to 6 hours, but it's very useful, and a lot of people take it. So for today, that's pretty much all the stuff I want to cover. I was thinking maybe in the future I'll cover another video with like TRT, and just do some examples on what people do when they take like steroids and stuff, so people understand the effects of that too. I'm not promoting any of that. I'm not really. I want everyone here to stay natural, to follow natural stuff. But I've been doing a lot of research into that, and I want to show people what the effects are and what the risks are. So hopefully less people in the end are motivated to do it. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.